Hey there. I hope everybody's having a good week. I am. um so yeah, it's Oscar. um it's been interesting so far. It's been kind of up and down. He's up here, Oscar. This little guy's pretty tired. Yeah, he's pretty worn out because he has been playing and playing and playing. And here, do you want to see him? Oh, hang on one second. There's okay, well. So, surprisingly, Oscar and the kitten have been around each other pretty much all day. They're not to the actual playing stage yet, but they've been kind of interacting a little bit. They're getting a little bit better now with not, hissing or anything like that. I mean, mostly it was the kitten that was hissing at Oscar, when he would come around, but they're both getting a little better. I think they're getting a little more comfortable. And this morning I had some like liquid treats that I was giving to them, and they were like right there. And so I was giving some to one and then giving some to the other, and they were both right there eating the treats together. And that's huge to me. I mean, they've had some moments where, Oscar's kind of been like, a little standoffish at times. I think he's still kind of, uncertain, but he's very curious. I can tell he's very curious. And like just a little bit ago, I put the kitten back in the pet tent for a little bit while I was washing dishes and stuff like that. And I could tell that Oscar was kind of looking around trying to figure out where he was at. So I just got him back out again because I thought, maybe Oscar feels a little, like his territory's been sort of, you know, taken over or something. So I thought, well, maybe I should just put him in the tent for a little while and give Oscar some space. But he kept looking around like he was trying to figure out where he was at. So I thought, okay, I'll take him back out and see what happens. But this little Poppy, and I think I'm just going to keep calling him Poppy because I just think that's a really cute name, and he's a really cute kitten. And I think it suits him. I really do. He is so lovable, off the charts lovable, which is something I have wanted for a really long time. Not to say that Oscar's not lovable or to say that Biscuit wasn't. They were, but neither one of them were real big on being held and stuff like that. This little guy, I had to eventually put him down on the floor because my arms were getting tired. He kept sleeping in my arms. He just wanted to be held and held and held today, and it was amazing, absolutely amazing, and I loved every second of it. And he would just lay there and look up at me and look into my eyes with the sweetest look, like he was saying, thank you for taking me, thank you for giving me a home and for loving me. Incredible, absolutely incredible. And I have just been just so filled with joy having him here. And you know it's been a challenge, yeah, because I have to watch where he's running around and everything when he's not in the tent. And when I went out on my errands today, I did leave him in the tent so that he wasn't, out and about. But when he is in here out of the tent, I have to pay attention to what he's doing and where he's going because he's very curious. And, a couple of times I've caught him, getting ready to chew on, like, power cords and things like that. So I have to make sure to stop him from doing that, or wanting to chew on my little string lights that I've got on my curtain. So I'm, trying to keep an eye on him to make sure he's not doing anything that's dangerous or anything like that. But for the most part, he's just been playing. He's been playing in that cat tunnel like crazy. And I think that's one of the reasons he's so tired because, I mean, he has just been running back and forth through that cat tunnel. And it's got these little balls that hang down for them to bat at. So he's been doing that. Hey, baby, you want to be held again, or are you just ready to play some more? Um, so he's just been, kind of running around just all over the place playing. Um, and then today I did take him up to the vet to get him tested for feline leukemia because I needed to, check and make sure that he doesn't have that. And luckily, it was negative. And when they do that test, it's for leukemia and for FIV, which I'm not exactly sure what that stands for. I can't remember offhand. I am a little tired, but he tested negative for both, which I'm very thrilled about. But one of the things that I didn't even really think about before is the fact that Lightning is feline leukemia positive. And so I really am going to have to keep those two separated. And I can't really get a vaccine for the kitten for the leukemia for I'm thinking like 2 weeks because he just got his first set of vaccines yesterday. And you need to kind of have a little space in between, getting vaccinations done. And so I think that in 2 weeks I can get him vaccinated, but then there's still a waiting period of time before you can allow positive cats to be with negative cats. And so I'm still going to have to, keep those two separated. But when I opened the door this morning, Lightning came right in and he just walked right up to the kitten like he'd known him forever. And I was like, oh my gosh. Luckily, they can't just catch it from just being in each other's presence. It has to be passed through like, cat scratches or eating and drinking after each other, things like that. So, just him being in here for a couple of minutes, I'm not really worried about that. But I was just surprised because I was really concerned that I thought Lightning was going to be a problem, that he was going to be, very aggressive towards the kitten because when he's outside, any cats that come around, he is very aggressive towards them and he goes and will fight them. He is kind of a bully when it comes to these other cats out here. He was friendly as everything towards Biscuit and Oscar. He didn't have any problem with them at all. But any outside cats, maybe because it's a territorial thing or something, and I don't know. But he was very aggressive with those cats. So I was a little concerned that he might be that way with this guy, but not at all. He looked like he was ready to just start playing with him. But like I say, I'm going to keep those two separated. And if Lightning does come in the house, I'm going to just make sure that he's in the tent away from him and make sure that they're not sharing the same water bowls and stuff because Oscar was vaccinated. And I do need to get him vaccinated again this year, but it's not time yet to do that. But he's been vaccinated, and they went through that period, that waiting period before they interacted with each other and stuff. So he should be fine. But what the heck was that? Oh, it was the kitten. It was Poppy. Yeah, he's in play mode again, I guess. Yeah, and I love that he is so playful. And that's the thing that I'm really hoping for is that, Oscar loves to play. That's one of the main reasons why I wanted to get a kitten, because he does want to play so much. And I know he's missing probably playing with Lightning a little bit. But for right now, I mean, he's only been here for 1 day. So, I kind of have to keep things a little low key at the moment and not have too much going on. He's in that tunnel. He's, he loves that tunnel, boy, I'll tell you what. But I think it's all going to work out okay. I think that Oscar's, he's surprisingly, been very good so far at being around the kitten. I mean, he's had his moments where he's kind of been a little standoffish, but for the most part, he's done very, very well. And the kitten is doing really well being around him. And I mean, according to Jackson Galaxy, I mean, he said this could take weeks or, months even sometimes for some cats. This is shaking and moving because the kitten was just, running up on it. But, he said it can sometimes take a really long time. So the fact that within 24 hours, they've already been around each other and interacting with each other as well as they have, I've got no complaints. I mean, a little while ago, I was a little worried about Oscar because I was trying to give him his treats that he loves so much, which is basically a cat food. It's not really treats. It's a cat food that he really loves, but I give it to him like a treat, and because that's the way he likes to eat it for some reason. It's like if I put it in a bowl, he doesn't really want to eat it out of the bowl. If I take a handful out of the bowl and put it on the floor like it's a treat, he'll gobble it up. Or if I put it in his treat toy, he likes it that way. But he didn't even want to use the treat toy earlier. I mean, he just didn't act like he wanted any food, and I started getting all paranoid, and I thought, oh, God, oh, Lord. I just, after Biscuit, I'm just so on edge. And it's like I tried to make sure that I cleaned and I sanitized and all that and did all the things that you should do, after you've had a sick animal and, disinfected and all of those things. But I'm not perfect. And Biscuit was all over this house on everything, touching everything, and there's a lot of places I could have missed. There's a lot that, they were eating and drinking after each other already. So, there's still a chance that, Oscar could get sick too. And I'm hoping not, and I'm giving him this stuff here. The vet gave me this, and you're going to see it backwards. It's called Fellow Vet Gel. And it's lysine and taurine for cats. And supposedly, from what the vet said, this is excellent to give them to boost their immunity, to fight off any kind of infections and things like that. So I've been giving him this, which thankfully he likes. They're chasing each other. They're chasing each other. They're chasing each other. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to let them be. I'm not going to get too worked up because if I go in there, it's liable to ruin it. They're playing. They're actually, I've got tears coming up in my eyes. I'm sorry. These are happy tears. Happy tears because this is what I'm wanting to happen, and it's starting to, and I'm not going to get my hopes up that it's going to continue like this all night because they could have moments, and I'm aware of that, but happy tears. So anyway, I've been giving him this Lightning. There's that Lightning again, almost every time. Lightning, quit scratching on the screen. Luckily he likes this stuff, so I give it to him like a treat. They are playing right now as I sit here. Um, so he's having that. I've been giving it to Poppy as well to try and keep his immunity, up and all of that. So I'm trying to do all the right things. I can't prevent everything, but I'm hoping that maybe the things that I'm doing will hopefully help. And I just want a happy household again, a happy, healthy household where I've got cats that are playing and loving each other and getting along and bringing joy to each other's lives as well as mine. And so far, I mean, that's what I'm already experiencing, because just the fact that this little Poppy came here and immediately was just, wanting to be held, wanting to be loved, and expressing love back to me was just huge, because a lot of the cats and kittens here don't want people coming near them. I mean, you would think that all of them were feral, because I have been around kittens here that, even though they're little tiny babies that shouldn't be afraid of anything, they will back away and run away and hiss at you and don't want you coming anywhere near them. And the fact that this one was just like all up on me from the minute I walked into that place, and he saw me through the cage, and he was just already like, hey, hey, come, pick me, pick me. That was huge. And I know I'm talking about this cat a lot and talking about the cats, but it's my vlog and it's my daily life, and this is my daily life right now, and I'm very happy and excited about it because I needed this, especially, after losing Biscuit was just so unexpected and so difficult to go through. And I had no idea that I would be getting a kitten as quickly as I did, but everything lined up. And I mentioned this in 2 other videos that I was talking about this very thing, that I really think that if something's meant to be, it will, and that things will fall into place if something's meant to be. If it's not, you're going to keep, running into walls every turn, if you're trying to make something happen, but things just aren't working out, and you keep having all of these things that are just stopping it from happening, that's usually a sign that you're not going in the right direction. This isn't what you should be doing. But when things line up and fall into place the way this did, I mean, this was just like amazing how quickly this happened and how everything just fell right into place. And so I have to believe that it was meant to be, and that, they're gonna be good friends, real soon. And I think, too, as he gets bigger and stuff, I think Oscar's going to enjoy it even more, because then he'll be able to do all his wrestling and rolling around and stuff like he likes to do, because he really enjoys that. He's running through that tent. Oh, man. So, yeah, I'm kind of tired, but it's a good tired. And I mentioned it in one video few days ago that I was starting this little 7-minute workout thing. Well, I did it 2 days in a row. I didn't do it yesterday because I had so much going on with the kitten coming here. So I never did get to it because I was too focused on that. But I did do it again today, which I'm really proud of myself for, because it is helping me, I think, to have a little more energy, excuse me, and to feel like I'm able to move a little more. It's helping me, feel a little more limber, because before, I mean, I was so stressed out and everything that I was so stiff, and I feel like I could not move. I mean, just trying to do simple things was really difficult because all of my muscles and everything were just so tense and tight. But doing this little 7 minutes, you know, has already made a difference in my movement. But I will say though, even after day one, I was sore. I mean, I was sore yesterday, I was sore the day before, and the day before that. You know, the times that I've done it, I was sore. I'm sore today, but it's a good sore. You know, it's not to the point where I can't move, but it's good, and I'm glad. I wish I could be as dedicated as Mary. I keep saying that all the time. Everyday Mary. Southern ASMR sounds Mary. In case you're new, you don't know who Mary is. Because she works out 6 days a week. And I mean, she is in perfect shape. I mean, I'm so envious of how fabulous she looks. Okay, she's fabulous. And, you know, and she's a little bit younger than me. She's not as old as I am, but, you know, still. I would love to look as good as she does. So I'm working on it. At least I'm working on trying to make myself feel better at the very least, and maybe have some more energy and things, which clearly I'm going to need some more energy these days with this new little poppy here. So anyway, I've gone on long enough, so I'm going to shut up now. But thank you all so much for watching and for listening. And I hope that you'll stick around and keep coming back to hear my daily life things, and, you know, seeing stuff. Because, I mean, you know, at some point I'm going to be going back out and probably doing some recording in some stores and things like that. And so hopefully you'll be interested in seeing that, because sometimes I think it's pretty cool to show you some things that, you know, they sell here in Thailand, and, you know, so you can see what that's like. So anyway, thank you again for being here, and I hope you all have a wonderful day or night, whatever it is for you, and I will talk to you again later. Bye.